Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo along with Andrew Chang here. We're taking you through week 17 of the 2020 NFL season. It is the last week of the regular season for the NFL. We have a battle here in the AFC North. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers going to the Cleveland Browns. Of course, my Steelers, as we know. Cleveland is the big favorite here at -9, and your total is 42. So Pittsburgh gets teased up to +15. Cleveland gets teased down to -3. Your over gets teased down to 36, and your under gets teased up to 48. All right. So side note, I actually already have a bet out in this game.
I don't have a
I have a teaser on this, but it's not your normal 6-point teaser. I decided to have a little fun, and I have a 13-point sweetheart teaser with 3 other games. Now, first game has already hit. I bet the Sugar Bowl with Oklahoma and hit that very easily. So this is part 2 of my sweetheart 13-point teaser.
And what is your line on that teaser?
I have under 55.5 for the Steelers and Cleveland total.
That is a fantastic line, sir. Especially because I think we know what Danny is already going to bet. Even if he didn't have this 13-point magical teaser that we don't know about, I'm going to say, and just reading his brainwaves, yes, the Steelers away, he would probably like the under, even though he already bet it, so we already know what he's leaning towards too. Yeah. We didn't even tell you about the totals. Let's go ahead and do that, Danny. Did we?
I did. I said over 36, under 48.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. See? We already know what Danny's picking. This is a game where it's...
There's stuff on the line in this game.
I'm hoping, it's supposed to play out that, Duck Hodges or whatever, or is it Mason Rudolph?
Mason.
Whatever.
Duck's not on the team anymore.
Oh, really? Well, neither of them should be on the team. They're both very terrible. They're resting everybody. Yeah. They're resting Big Ben, even though I don't think that's too big of a deal since he hasn't been... He's been decent.
But they need to rest him because they had their bye week back in week 4. He needs the rest. They're going to rest a lot of the starters, so expect that. And it's going to be just kind of an ordinary Steelers game. That's why I'm betting the under in this.
Ordinary Steelers game?
Yeah.
This is where the Browns are coming out to play. They need this to pretty much stay alive, I think.
Yeah, it's basically for Cleveland, it's win and you're in the playoffs. They can lose, and then if Indy wins, then they'll flip with Indy. So Cleveland has to win in this game now. Cleveland's not doing so well because they're coming off a week where they lost to the Jets. Not all their fault because they didn't have any wide receivers, but for some reason they decided to throw the ball a ton. Stefanski, for some weird reason, was like, yeah, we're on our 4th and 5th and 6th depth wide receivers, so we'll just throw it a bunch. Instead of, handing the ball off to their studs.
Arguably the best 1-2 combo.
Yeah, they are the best 1-2 combo.
Arguably, sure. In the backfield. So it's a little perplexing. But, Cleveland has a lot to play for. I know Danny's... It's probably going to appear on his no sweat bet anyway. But he's probably going to, take the under at 48.
Yes.
I'm thinking, oh, God, I like it too, because the Steelers, they just have not. Danny is a black and gold fan. He will bleed that if I cut him right now. Pretty much. Don't take this the wrong way, but I feel, that just every game that we're like on the Steelers, I feel like they just underperform somehow or just sneakily get out with the win.
That's just how they do it, especially when they're away from home. If they get the win, they'll barely make it to that win. That's why, for some reason, Tomlin away from home is just like unders. Barely get me there. Not bare minimum, but just enough to get me the W. Just enough to get the result. He's 86% to the under when he's away from home. It's the weirdest thing, and I don't personally understand it. So it is what it is. But
and in this case, I was going to try and make a case for picking something else rather than the under. But that under, if you look at the stats, that under has been money. Steelers away, always under. Always under, no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's under by a point or 13 points. It's always under.
Yep.
So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. If you,
Well, that's a surprise. You don't like betting unders.
I don't, but
You hate betting unders.
I mean, the bet makes sense though. Like, the Steelers have not impressed me this year at all, and trust me, I know disappointment. I'm a Texans fan. We lost to freaking Cincinnati last week, so don't tell me I don't know disappointment or not living up to expectations.
Hey, my team lost to Cincinnati too, and my team is much better than yours.
Talk about like the Jets and Cincinnati money line 2 weeks in a row. You would have been banking, but yeah, I could argue that the Browns are probably going to win this, so teasing them down to -3 wouldn't be so bad. I think they will win by that, especially with Mason Rudolph. But you just don't know if the Steelers are just gonna say, "Hey, we're done with you. Like, you're out of the playoffs. Like, you can go hope that somebody loses in this playoff picture, but you're not gonna get an easy win here." Which is the attitude I would like to see, but I don't think I will see it, and that's why I am picking the under at 48 with Mr. Saludo here. But
I actually thought you might pick Cleveland. I just thought because Pittsburgh's resting starters, Cleveland's going to be playing all their starters. They're playing for something. They're at home.
I think a lot of people will pick Cleveland to win, and they will tease it. And I think they might.
I think a lot of the public
might be brutally surprised.
No, I think a lot of the public is going to bet Cleveland -9. I don't think they're going to tease it. Most people are just going to take -9 with Cleveland because they see backup quarterback. They see a situation where Cleveland needs to bounce. They need to get on this. Cleveland does get all their wide receivers back. All of them tested negative for COVID, so they're good to go. One side note, this is the rematch of the Mason Rudolph Myles Garrett incident from last season. So don't forget that. That's going to be out there a little bit too, so don't forget that.
You think they'll shake hands?
I have no idea.
We should have a bet on that. That'll probably be more interesting than this game. But
could be.
I think, a lot of, if the viewers are smart, they'll watch this video. Okay, you know what? Maybe take the under in Cleveland, same game teaser if you want to do that. But I think the under should be safe in this. It should be. And if anything, I'm hoping that you're black and gold. The Browns, and I say this with a word of caution, a grain of salt, the Browns are still the Browns.
Yeah.
So, the under seems pretty safe to me.
And that's why I have a sweetheart 13-point teaser bet on it. Do also know that a lot of the sharps do like Pittsburgh at +9.
What?
Yeah, they like it because they expect this game to be close. Even though they've got a backup going in, there's a tendency for good teams to still play well even with their backups. That means they have good depth. That means there's good continuity and all that. So there's a lot of sharps that like Pittsburgh at +9. If you ask me to pick a side, I actually would take the Steelers at +15. I could possibly think about a same game teaser +15 under 48. The reason why is because this game is good. I view this game to be a low scoring, grinder, ugly, close-ish game. And so if it's close, I want more of the points. If it's an ugly grinder, it's going to be an under. So that's where I have this game. The Steelers actually do have a chance to win this. I don't know if I can put 100 down to win 350, but I think Cleveland's going to come out with the win in this. I just don't think they're going to blow them out. I think it's going to be, at best, Cleveland wins this by a touchdown. That's my prediction for the game.
All right, and that means you definitely need the teaser to come out with money. So
yeah. That's if you're betting Cleveland. So, all right,
yeah.
So we are both on the under in this game. Of course, going with the standard Tomlin away from home, 86% to the under. That doesn't include the teaser either, by the way. He's actually better with the teaser. So
no.
Thanks for that reminder from 3 years ago. I needed that. All right, so let us know in the comments how you think this game's going to go. If you're betting any of the sides or totals, let us know in the comments. We always like seeing it. But for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the season. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us in this preview video. Thank you, and thank you for joining us. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the week 17. Thank you. Breakdown. Got lots of other games to go. They are all Sunday games, so stay tuned. They are all coming very, very soon. But until next time, make sure you get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.